the Grumman TBF-1C, the heaviest single-engine aircraft of World War II, one of the most iconic torpedo bombers to this day. Served for 11 nations as a sub hunter, Marine Patrol aircraft, and torpedo bomber, a veteran of the Battle of Midway, the destroyer of two of the largest battleships ever made. First introduced in early 1942, the Avenger served well into the 1960s, although not having too much of an impact damage-wise during any major battles other than the sinking of Yamamoto and Musashi. Future President George H.W. Bush flew for the Navy in the 1940s, and found himself in an Avenger over the island of Chichijima, where he would be shot down. Luckily, he was rescued by an American submarine. Unknown to him, he had narrowly escaped what is now known today as the Chichijima incident. I'm not going to explain what took place on that island, but I recommend watching Simple History's video on the topic, link in the description. After World War II, 5 U.S. Navy TBF Avengers known as Flight 19 disappeared over the Bermuda Triangle, never to be seen or heard from again. After being retired from the armed forces in the 1960s, federal and state agencies bought Avengers and converted them into crop dusters and water bombers, most notably for Forest Protection Limited in New Brunswick and the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection. Still to this day, the TBF and TBM series aircraft are a favorite for private collectors as warbirds. The TBF-1C was designed at a time where torpedo and dive bombers were reliant on fighter cover. That's why the slow, bulky bomber was only armed with 2 defensive machine guns, only one of them being a 50 cal, with 400 rounds for the 50 cal dorsal gunner and 500 rounds for the 30 cal ventral gunner, along with 2 310 round forward-facing 50 cal machine guns. The medium-sized right engine brings the massive torpedo bomber to a slow 453 kilometers an hour. The 4 machine guns only leave blind spots to the forward sides and above and below from the forward view of the bomber. Four 500-pound bombs is enough to crack open most vehicles at BR 1.7, from AAA guns to Panzer IIIs. 2,000 pounds of bombs is enough to take out a bombing point, and the bombing site allows you to keep a high enough altitude to evade fighters. The 22-inch torpedo can split destroyers in half if the blast detonates the ammo magazine. The TBF and TBM series aircraft fought for the navies of Brazil, Canada, Cuba, France, post-war Japan, the Netherlands, Nicaragua, the United Kingdom, the United States, and Paraguay.